Okay. You know what, then, Paul? Somebody teaches it to you automatically. You're He has to know you. He gets to know you. Okay, and then whenever it's pitched, you get a hit. Well, I don't know. It depends on how. Alrighty. Okay. First of all, thank you everyone for coming. Also, thank you for coming on short notice. I wasn't sure that I would be able to get it done by now, and I was hoping to get it done by now. And then Shabbat afternoon, I'm like, okay, I finished. I can actually do it. So then I quickly, contacted all of you. So thank you for coming. Short idea. In Masechet Nida, and therefore all of taharot ends with a section that we're all familiar with from davening. Delivers an important message. It says, "Tana debei Eliyahu kol hashoneh lachot v'chol yom muftach lo shu ben olam haba shneimar halichot olam lo al tikri halichot el halachot." So whoever learns halacha daily is promised a share in the world to come, and this is based on a play on words of halichot and halachot. It sounds the same, so therefore we know that if we do halacha, then we're going to get olam haba. This ending puts an interesting twist on the learning I've done the last 13 months. It's basically like learning for just learning, not necessarily something that I can apply to my daily life. Or at least at first, when you're thinking about taharot, you think about things that are not really related to our daily life without the Beit HaMikdash. Typically, people are learning taharot is because they were forced to, because there's somebody has a shloshim to do, God forbid, and they need somebody to take taharot, or if somebody's doing daf yomi, then okay, you go. Then daf yomi is only in the Gemara, so then you only have Masechet Nida. Taharot usually gets sort of pushed off by the wayside, and the reason is probably because it's so abstract, it's so non-concrete, it's mostly ignored. On a personal level, as far as my own learning goes, it's way down on my priority list as well, and I'll tell you, it's really for the same reason as well. So the Gemara in Shabbat interprets the first half of a pasuk from Yeshayahu that hints at the Al Shisha Siddur Mishnah, and the half of pasuk says Vaya emunat itacha chosin yishuot chachmat bedat, and they attribute each word as referring to or hinting at one of the Mishnayot. And emunah is talking about Zraim, because if you want to be able to follow Shemitah and you want to follow Truma, then you have to be a farmer of strong faith. Itecha is talking about time, so that's obviously about Moed. And then when it gets to Dat, it says that's talking about Taharot. And Dat is a deeper level of understanding. So there's a lot of different machlokot of how to grapple with this interpretation, why dafka Dat for Taharot, and don't really have a conclusive answer for you, but I think the questions we're thinking about, and maybe Dat is a different level than just Chachma, because Chachma was referring to a different seder. I think it's for Kachim. So I think when you're learning other sedarim, then you can get knowledge, you can get Chachma, you can be... What's that? Knowledge. Yeda. To know a lot. You can learn, you can get Chachma, you can be smart, and you can learn, but Dat perhaps is on a different level. That it's when you're doing Taharot, even if you don't fully comprehend it, you achieve a deeper understanding. What's a deeper understanding? It's actually, maybe Dat is not really necessarily understanding, but it talks about connecting to Hashem, connecting to God. One of the psukim in Tehillim, it's actually one of the prakim of Tehillim that I've been saying for my father is Yirat Hashem Tehorah Umedet La'ad. So I thought that connected very well. That Yirat Hashem Tehorah is talking. That's what Taharot is all about. Is fearing God. The seder is called Taharot, but of course mostly it talks about different types of Tumah. It starts with talking about, for each individual Tumah Nida, Tumah Mei, Tumah Yadayim, and then of course it eventually addresses the Taharat process. So, and depending on what the tumah is, there are various types of tahara, including going to the mikvah, herav shemesh, bringing a korban, and each of these can tie into the idea of that taharot is really bringing us closer to God. The korban is brought to sacrifice our funds and our property to connect with God. The herav shemesh period might be used as a built-in opportunity for to contemplate and reflect about the tumah that occurred. And the mikvah process is also linked to closeness with the Almighty, because Hashem is referred to as Makor Mayim Chayim, that God Himself is the source of water, as well as Mikvah Yisrael Hashem. Everybody knows the famous Mishnah by Rabbi Akiva. And when I decided to learn taharot, I figured I had about a year until my grandmother's next yahrtzeit, and it would be. This year was a leap year, so I got an extra month out of it, and I still barely made it on time. Her yahrtzeit was this past week. And it would be fitting to learn her memory, since she is someone who is always looking to be connected to God. And while the mechanisms used in seder taharot, for example, the ones that I mentioned already, korban and herav shemesh and mikvah, they might not have been applicable in so much in today's world that we don't have a Beit Mikdash. My bubby found her own ways to become closer to her Creator, whether it was through her constant davening and her many acts of chesed and her interpersonal relationships, and that was her way of connecting to God. And so when I started this, I began this with my bubby in mind, but a few weeks ago my father, Moshe Ben Sarah, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and tomorrow, God willing, he's undergoing surgery. And Bezrat Hashem should be successful. And so I thought that it would be appropriate to have the siyum, and I didn't finish until Shabbat afternoon, but to have it the night before his surgery, and God willing, should be a zchut. While the text of this seder may seem disconnected at first glance, my father also would certainly appreciate the overarching goal of connecting to his Creator through he has very long davenings every morning, and so I thought there was a connection there as well. I'm just going to repeat the last section. Of course, Masechet Nida is all about very interesting dialogue about different types of tumah, as we said, but we'll just focus on this last section about Tana Debei Eliyahu Kol Hashana Al Achot B'chol Yom Muftach Lo Shu Ben Olam Haba Shnamar Alichot Olam Lo Al Tikri Alichot El Halachot Hadron Alach Tinoket V'Slik Alach Masechet Nida V'Slik Alach Seder Taharot Hadron Alach Masechet Nida V'Seder Taharot V'Hadracha Datan Alach Masechet Nida V'Seder Taharot V'Data Chala Lo nitnashe minach Masechet Nida V'Seder Taharot V'Lo titnaseh minan Lo ba'alma adem V'Lo ba'alma da'ate Yirtzom l'fnach Adonai Eloheinu v'Avotenu Shtei Toratcha U'manatenu b'olam hazeh U'tei imanu b'olam haba Chanina bar Papa, Rami bar Papa, Nachman bar Papa, Achai bar Papa, Abba Mari bar Papa, Rafram bar Papa, Rachish bar Papa, Surcha bar Papa, Ada bar Papa, Dara bar Papa. Ha'erev na Adonai Eloheinu et divrei Toratcha v'finu b'fiot amcha b'Yisrael v'niyah nachnu v'tzatzeinu v'tzatzei tzatzeinu tzatzei kol amcha b'Yisrael k'lanu yodei shemach v'lomdei Toratcha lishma me'oivai techakmeni mitzvotecha ki olam hivi Ili bi tamid b'chukach l'man lo yivosh v'olam lo eshkach b'kudacha kivam chitani baruch atah Adonai lamdeni chukacha amen 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 sela v'ed modim anachnu l'fanacha Adonai Eloheinu v'avotenu שמת חלקנו מיושבי בית המדרש ולא שמת חלקנו מיושבי קרנות. שאנו משכימים והם משכימים. אנו משכימים לדברי תורה והם משכימים לדברים בטלים. אנו עמלים והם עמלים. אנו עמלים מקבלים שכר והם עמלים ואינם מקבלים שכר. אנו רצים והם רצים. אנו רצים לחיי העולם הבא והם רצים לדבר שחר שנאמר ואתה אלוהים תורידם לדבר שחר לאנשי דמים ומרמה לא יחצו ימיהם ואני אבטח בך. ירצונו לבנך אדוני אלוהי כשעזרתני לסיים מסכת נידה בסדר טהרות. כן תעזרני להתחיל מסכתות וספרים אחרים ולסיימה. ללמוד וללמד, לשמור ולעשות ולקיים את כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה לזכות כל התנאים והאמוראים ותלמידי חכמים יעמוד לי ולזרעי שלא תמוש התורה מפי ומפי זרעי וזרע זרעי עד עולם. תתקיים בי תנחה אותך בשכבך, תשמור עליך, והקיצותה היא תשיחך, כי ירבו ימיך ויוסיפו לך שנות חיים, אורך ימים בימינה, בשמאלו אשר בכבוד, אדוני עוז ומתן, אדוני ברך נאמר בשלום. יתקדש ויתקדש מרבה. ובלמד הוא עתיד להתחדתה ויחיה עמיתיה ולעסק יתום לחיה ולעלמה ולמבנה קרתא דיושלם ולשכללה החלה בגבה ולמעקר פלחנה נוקראה מנערה ולעטבה פלחנה די שמאי לאתרי ימלך קודשא בריחו במלכותי ובקרי בחייכון וימכון בחיי לכל בית ישראל ובלב את מהחרי במלוא אמן. אורח לעולם עונה ומיה. יתברא וישברא ויתברא ויתמר מנצי ותדר ותלה ותלה שמי לקודשה בריחו ולמן פרוקתו ושרת ושפחת ונחמתה תענרם במה במלוא אמן. ישראל והרבנן ועל תלמידי הון ועל כל תלמידי הון ועל כל מען דעסקים והורית די והארת קדישה הדין ודי לכל אתר באתר יהין לאון ולכון שלום הרבה אחינה בחיצה ורחמין לחיין אריכין מזונים ורביחי פרוקנה מין קדם ובהוני ושמיה והרב ימרו אמן. יהיה שלום רב משמיה לחיים טובים עלינו רבי ישראל וימרו אמן. עושה שלום רמה ויעשה שלום עלינו רבי ישראל וימרו אמן.
You say the Hadrin 3 times, so for all the others, and when you're
Okay.
I didn't understand nothing.
You can watch the video of the Yoni show.